Hey everyone, it's Melissa again. Excuse me if the camera's a little bit shaky. I'm kind of holding the camera right now, and the environment's a little bit different because look where I am today. Yep, all that beautiful water. I decided to take myself to the beach today since my last video. This was a couple of months back. That was when I had just lost my job last July, I think, where I made mention that a lot of the time we live in such a beautiful country with such pretty water and stuff like that. Like, people clamor here to come on vacation, but we never actually enjoy our beaches and stuff like that. And there's a couple of families out, most people are preparing for back to school here. It's September. School starts on Monday, so I figure I just take a little time to relax, regroup, and unwind before, traffic starts up in earnest on Monday. Let's see, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what's been going on with me. First and foremost, starting with my hair. Let me see if I can get a good view of it. If you look right here, you will see these gross looking flakes, and I'm sorry if anyone's grossed out by this. I'm probably gonna tag this with some kind of warning for seborrheic dermatitis if people don't really like to see that. I don't want to show you guys like everything that's going on my scalp because it's really gross, and well, it's gross to me even though it's not as bad as other cases that I've seen online. And basically what seborrheic dermatitis is, it's like an irritation of the scalp, essentially. And what ends up happening is your scalp gets red, it gets itchy, you end up having these giant flakes, and a lot of the time it's either triggered by hormones or diet, or a lot of the times, and mostly in my case, stress. Now, well, there hasn't really been a whole lot of stress going on in my life. Every now and then my seborrheic dermatitis kind of freaks out and it flares up, and I find that, spending a little bit more time outside, because sunlight and cleansing your scalp and making sure that you keep your scalp clean and maintained and wash it a little bit more often with like medicated shampoos helps the scenario a whole lot more than just, prolonging the time between washes, which is why I'm gonna have to put on pause my experiment for the whole 2-week wash cycle thing, because I think that's what's actually started this up in the first place. As I mentioned before in a lot of my videos, my routine is pretty much weekly, where I would wash my hair and then retwist lightly so that my hair would look neat, but I wouldn't have to worry too much about thinning and stuff like that, because I think I'm pretty good. When it comes to my hair not thinning and whatnot, but I just got kind of concerned based on a couple that were really small. Let me see if I can find one for you guys somewhere in here. Where's my baby? Here he is. This one, I think, is one of my thinnest locks. This one right here. And while it is still very strong, I haven't had any issues with popping in the past, and I don't foresee having that kind of issue in the future unless I'm really clumsy and it gets like hooked onto something and it pops that way. I think I'm good, but I just wanted to kind of give my hair a little bit of a break when it came to retwisting so often. But I know that I'm going to have to go back to my weekly schedule of washing and conditioning and everything like that, because as much as I would like to be one of those people who goes like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks without having to wash my hair, clearly my body is telling me that I can't do that. And that's very important, that you listen to your body whenever it's telling you things. Normally when something goes awry with your body, that means that something is wrong and that something needs to change or something needs to adjust. And it's really important not to just go with trends or just try different products just because. If you see that it's having some kind of detrimental effect to your body or your skin or whatever's going on, like, you need to reevaluate that and kind of, lay off whatever it is that you think is causing the problem and kind of see if it actually gets better once you stop whatever that habit is you think is associated with that problem, and then kind of move from there gradually. For me, it's been that when I'm really stressed out or really anxious, because occasionally I do suffer from really bad anxiety. A prime example would be, I was working as a bookkeeper for one company here in Nassau. I'm not going to call the name of the company because there was way too much drama associated with it. And I would literally be driving to work. I would drop my husband off so he can go the rest of his way on the bus to work, and then I would drive the rest of the way to work, and I would be in the car literally having a freaking panic attack. driving to work. Like, I couldn't breathe, my head would feel really light, I'd feel like constrictions in my chest. Sometimes I'd have chest pain, which was really uncomfortable and really scary. And then I realized that everything that I was feeling so strongly was because of the stressful work environment I was in 5 days out of my week. And it really started to affect me to the point where my seborrheic dermatitis got so bad. I literally had to I could only use medicated shampoos. I could only use the sulfur 8 moisturizing spray on my scalp because coconut oil and olive oil just exacerbated the problem. Because what seborrheic dermatitis is, it's like an overactive either yeast or bacterial infection of the scalp that normally comes about when like your immune system isn't 100% there. What I'll do, I'll leave links to better information in the description bar below so that you can see what I'm talking about. In some cases it gets really severe, and I find that mine gets really bad when I'm really anxious about something or really stressed out. And when I'm really stressed out, at one point my hair was starting to fall out, and that was before I even had locks. So I was a loose natural and my hair was starting to thin out in places, especially around the temple areas, and it really started to scare me. And I went to a dermatologist, I think a week later, because dermatologists are very expensive out here. And he asked me a couple of questions. He examined my scalp and he asked me about my diet and everything like that. And he said, I think you have seborrheic dermatitis. And he explained to me what it was and all the things that I can do to kind of alleviate the problem, like topically on the outside. And then he gave me steps to kind of move forward and deal with things on the inside, internally, holistically. Because at first, like, the itching was so bad it literally kept me up at night. So the quick fix on the surface was to use medicated shampoos and moisturizing sprays to kind of help with the external irritation and the itching. And the internal was to learn ways to not feel so anxious, and, you know, on top of everything was to get myself out of the stressful environment in the first place. Because putting yourself in situations that make you that uncomfortable to the point where it's making you physically ill is not a really great place to be. Just trust me on this, guys. I might do a series kind of dealing with that. I mean, I've done a video before that, you know, your happiness and your personal health is important, because at the end of the day, no one is going to be able to help you like you. Like, no one's going to be there for you like you. And you need to be able to be a little bit selfish sometimes and step back and regroup and take care of yourself. Because if you don't do that, you won't be able to help anyone if you're not able to function in daily life. So if that means taking a day off from work, you know, taking a vacation day every so often, going to the beach, reading a book, relaxing, you know, turning off your phone notifications for like an hour every day or something like that, just to kind of give you that peace of mind that, you know, would help you to relax and feel more centered. Like, that's really important. So I kind of went on a bit of a tangent there. We started talking about my hair and stuff like that, but I guess to recap, changing my routine back to the once a week wash and condition kind of thing, light retwisting. I'm going to have to hold off on the oil because of my seborrheic dermatitis outbreak kind of situation that's going on right now. But I think after another week or two of the medicated shampoo, I should be fine. But I'll keep you guys updated. And I guess take care of you. Make sure you take care of yourself. God made us all in his image, and we're all beautiful and wonderful and amazing on the inside. And I just want you guys to know that I love you, take care of you, and make sure, you know, you just take care of you, okay? Because you're important. And hopefully this video made sense. Hopefully it wasn't too deep or too dark. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, If you're a new subscriber, welcome. To my old subscribers, welcome back. If you like the content that you've seen here on my channel, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to be updated on more videos as they come up. I try to keep a somewhat weekly schedule. I've been kind of bad the last 2 weeks. I haven't posted a video, I think last week or the week before, which is why I'm trying to get back on track now. Things were a little bit hectic, so I took some time off, and I'm back now. So let me know if you guys have any questions, any thoughts, or anything in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!